Alberta budget comes down tomorrow, and all reports say Alberta has a big, fat hole right in the middle. It looks like it's about a $6.5 billion hole in our budget, leaving us with a cumulative debt of $31 billion by 2019. That's astounding considering Alberta was debt-free in 2004. The Alberta government spending is spinning out of control, and our social worker turned finance minister Joe Ceci is in way over his head. He's already breaking his election promises to balance the budget by 2019. You know how we could get ourselves out of this big fat hole and create jobs at the same time? Pipelines. Trans Mountain, Keystone XL, and Northern Gateway alone stand to contribute almost $52 billion per year to the Canadian GDP. That's an additional $15.5 billion in Canadian wages. That's an additional $11 billion per year in federal and provincial taxes. But here's the catch. The NDP doesn't really support any of these projects. Rachel Notley actively opposes Keystone XL. That's the pipeline that will take Alberta oil from Hardisty, Alberta to American refineries in the Gulf Coast, saying it sends jobs south. In the meantime, we continue to bleed upstream jobs in extraction. Now, Rachel also vehemently opposes Northern Gateway Pipeline. This pipeline will take oil from beautiful Bruderheim, Alberta to Kitimat, BC, and from there to both the U.S. and Asian markets.
On the issue of Northern Gateway, Mr. Speaker, I would just say that the key has been turned, the car's been on, it's been idling, and it's been idling for a really long time because there's no road for it to be on.
Notley even hired Grant Mitchell, an anti-Northern Gateway activist, to be chief of staff in the energy portfolio. Notley also has a very weird position on Kinder Morgan's Trans Mountain pipeline. That's the pipeline expansion of an existing pipeline from Sherwood Park, Alberta, to a port in Vancouver. She thinks it makes more sense to move the entire project to another port to the south. In reality, the added cost might end the project altogether. Not to mention, Notley hired an anti-Kinder Morgan activist, Marcella Monroe, to run communications in her Calgary office. So the NDP has a huge budget hole, and ideology won't let them do what Albertans need them to do to get back to work and get back in the black. They need to support pipelines. Pipelines create jobs, create tax revenue, and fund our social programs. But the NDP will probably just tax us all instead. For TheRebel.media, I'm Sheila Gunn Reid.